Good evening, friends. Myself Amin from VisionTube. Every year, lakhs of students passed out from various universities holding a degree in their hand. It might be a degree in management, sociology, arts, science, commerce, or sales and marketing. But the main important thing is that some of, or mostly we can say, dream to work in a company or an establishment which we used to dream of. But to work in a reputed company or the dream job that we are looking after, we will be needing certain qualities in us, certain potentialities in us. Or even we need to brush up our knowledge, the ability, the skills that we need to present ourselves in front of the interviewer during the time of interview. Once at a moment, if we come up and present ourselves in front of the interviewer in such a way that he or she is pleased by our personality, by our communication, then there is no bar for us to achieve the job that we have dreamed of. Today, I'll be discussing certain points that would ascertain us to brush up before facing an interview. So come, let us discuss how to face an interview. If you are feeling nervous for facing an interview, then take it as an opportunity to present yourself. Do some research and answer whatever he or she, the interviewer, asks you with confidence. Definitely you will get a job. If not an issue. That is not the end. Better luck next time. Consider it as a good experience or a good interview. Point number 1. The first thing you need to consider, very important aspect, friends. Before facing an interview, just make a research about the company. If it has a portal or a website, kindly refer it once. Kindly check what is the motto of the company, how long it has been around, or what are the number of employees therein, and what would be your job responsibilities or your position in that company. And try to memorize it before the interviewer and try to impress him. Okay. Point number 2. Try to research about your interviewer. If you have been called for an interview by an interviewer, try to know about him, maybe his schooling, his college, or even if he had worked in some other company, try to get an idea about him. And if you are very fortunate, if you had worked in the same company earlier, that would also add an added advantage to you. But do not share any personal information. Never comment on his Facebook profile, or never comment that you had got all the information from his LinkedIn profile or anything else, or any job portal. Point number 3. Prepare some common questions. Though there may be different interviewer every time, but most of the interviewer used to ask the same question. Say as, what is your strength, what is your weakness, and why would you like to work in our company, and what would be your productivity or outcome for us in the long run. So in strength, you can jolt out all your qualities, potentialities that would be productive for the company, and honestly present in front of the interviewer. Secondly, for weakness, just try to find out something like, say as, once I had a dream to learn Spanish language, but I never got the opportunity, and I consider it as my weakness. So you like to present this way so that the interviewer doesn't get any negative vibe from you. And regarding your contribution, try to elaborate how would you like to present in front of the company, what would be your plans, upcoming plans if you get selected, and what would be your role for multiplying the productivity of the company. You should present, but honestly. Point number 4, prepare to ask at least 2 questions. At the end of the interview, most of the interviewer used to ask that, do you have any question that you would like to ask? Then you should ask. It is not that at the end of the interview you just smile out and say, no sir, I don't have to ask anything. This should really show as an attitude that you don't care about the company. Prepare something such as, ask them what are the maximum time the employee used to spend collaborating with other co-workers, or even what are their favorite part-time working as their roles. You can ask. These should present yourself positively. Point number 5, practice with your friend. It is advisable before facing interview, try to practice the interview session once, at least once, so that you can get more confident. Try to wear the interview clothes that you would like to wear, and face the interview, the common questions that an interviewer may ask you, so that your confidence level increases. Ask your friend to give honest assessment and not to criticize, so that you don't get discouraged. This would really help you out. Point number 6, prepare and explain why you are fit for the job. The interviewer may ask you why you are fit for the job. You need to answer honestly, politely, with confidence. Dear sir, it is my long year of experiences that I had enriched myself with training in recruitment and all, team handling. My team spirit, handling customers, has made me fit for this current position. Even I have learned to give feedback to my team members. Part 2, dress up professionally. It is advised before facing an interview, the candidate is required to dress up in a formal attire, preferably, because this should keep up a positive vibe in front of the interviewer. Please note, it is only the fraction of seconds that an interviewer decides to appoint or reject the candidate during the time you enter the interview room. So dress up professionally, maintain hygiene. Arrive at least 10 minutes early to the interview place. This should really present yourself as that you are punctual and you had interest in the job. If you reach half an hour early, don't enter into the interview room until you are asked for. Wait till the time you were called for interview to the interview room. When you are called for interview in the room, enter the room politely with a smile in your face. Make eye contact. Don't look here and there in the room. This would give a negative vibe for the interviewer. Politely introduce yourself before the interviewer. Introduce yourself with confidence. When you enter the room, stand tall, keep a smile in your face, and make eye contact with the interviewer and politely introduce yourself. This would really provide a positive vibe to the interviewer if you are polite enough. It is a fraction of seconds that the interviewer decides he is going to select you or not for that position. Be articulate while you answer to questions. Speak clear with confidence while sharing your ideas and thoughts in front of the interviewer. Avoid words like etc. so that the interviewer doesn't get any negative vibe from yours. The most important thing is that whatever you share, whatever you say, you really mean it. Avoid sharing overall personal information with the interviewer. Never discuss or disclose any personal information about your personal life, about your kids, about your married life, or even about your personal problems. This would give a negative vibe to the interviewer, and he would decide as you are not focused to the job role. At the end of the interview, make sure that you thank your interviewer for making out his time for you, so that you had presented yourself, your skills and your qualification in front of him out of his busy schedule. Do not badmouth about your current employer. Your current boss might be uncooperative and cruel to you, but you must present yourself positively. Say as, dear sir, during this current role, I have gained experiences a lot and looking after opportunities and new challenges in your company. So you must present yourself positively everywhere. Definitely you will be able to crack the interview. After completing the interview, important step is follow-up. Please shoot a mail to your interviewer. Take the opportunity to thank him once at least, him or her. Say that the time he or she have taken out to interview you for that current position, and also show your interest that you are keen to join them if you got selected. During this end part of the session, friends, I'll be sharing some questions. Say as, what is that 3 words that you would like to describe yourself? Do prepare it and comment in my comment box. Alright? They would ask you about your salary expectations also. Don't say that you need 35k, 40k, 50k. Just mention as per company's norm, or if you are well decided, give a margin. Say as anything in between 25 to 30k. Okay.